Welcome to Sustainable Packaging with Cory Connors. Today's guest is my friend Ilja Zutt, the Managing Director of Fasten Packaging. How are you?
Fine. How are you, Cory? Thank you for
Uh,
having me. It's a great honor to be here also.
Thank you so much. Where are you calling in from today?
I'm calling in from the Netherlands.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah,
Uh,
from a beautiful place called Hoorn. Very small, but yeah,
Well,
near.
from the little picture I can see out the window, it looks like a beautiful place, and I can't
Yeah.
wait to go to Packaging Europe. They'll have their
Mhm.
big event in the Netherlands in November. My friend Tim Sykes has asked me to come, and I think I'm going to try to make that happen. Is that a show that you go to?
No, not this specific show. We basically exhibit worldwide in Europe, basically in 3 shows: PCD in Paris, Cosmoprof Bologna, and Cosmetics Business in Munich. But of
Mhm.
course, there are a lot of shows there still, but we have to make a selection. And in America, we are actually exhibiting makeup in LA, we just did, and makeup in New York, we also will be there.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. So,
Well,
but we have to be selective because we cannot split ourselves in.
yeah, I totally
Yeah.
understand. I get asked to go to a lot of shows, and like you mentioned, PCD Paris is one of my favorites. You have to be selective. You have to choose the
Yeah.
ones that you think will have the best bang for your buck, and that will get the right exposure for your brand and all those
Yeah.
things. But
Visit, of course, a lot of shows also to get inspired.
yeah.
Design shows. Our team of engineers also going to different kind of shows, sustainability shows, and everything. So there's a lot of information to absorb from the market.
That's a great point. I think a lot of these events don't need to be ones that you present at.
No,
You can get a lot of value from just walking a show and experiencing that and speaking with the presenters at other events. Well said.
indeed. Yeah, indeed.
Well, let's talk about you and let's talk about your background a little bit.
Yeah.
Where'd you learn how to do this, and how'd you end up in this role?
It's quite a long road. Now, I have been in cosmetics for almost 20 years.
Oh, wow.
So it's quite a long time already.
Yeah.
I started at a filling company as a buyer, but focusing on packaging also there. So I learned there all the techniques and all the backgrounds of the whole packaging industry
Mhm.
and all the build up and everything. And also advantage also there, I also knew about the filling process. So yeah, basically learned 2 parts of the process. And then I joined Fasten 2016, I have to be correct, sorry. As a buyer also, did a sidestep, set up the turnkey business for the company, within the company also, and moved back to this position 2020. So did a
Wow.
lot of background already in production, seen a lot of factories, seen a lot of techniques, and yeah, learned a lot during these years.
Yes. Makeup, it seems to be a niche that people don't leave when
No,
I talk to them. Yeah,
it's a
it's
small,
very specific.
yeah, it's a really small world. I'm actually going to Bologna. It was, no, my first time was in 2006, when I was the first time in Bologna. And from this part, I never missed a show at that time because only due to Corona. You
Mm.
see the people moving around in the industry. You always see the same faces already moving from company. But yeah, it's one of our key points that we say also within Fasten, packaging is our passion, and it is our passion. It's also my personal passion because it's so diverse, it's so wide, it's always so much dynamic. Yeah, I love
Mm,
this world. Yeah,
that's
I will
wonderful.
never see myself doing something else. No.
I hear the passion in your voice, and
Yeah.
it inspires me. A lot of people I
Yeah.
interview, well, I would say most people are very excited about what they do.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
think that makes the world of packaging very unique in
Yeah.
this world of business. Let's talk about Fasten Packaging. What
Yeah.
makes you unique? What kind of things do you make, and how does it work?
Yeah. What makes us unique? We are actually a supplier of cosmetic packaging, of course. We work a little bit different than regularly packaging suppliers, because we look at the total picture. We have in-house a lot of capabilities where we can serve also a wide range of customers, and also look at the problem basically behind the request, because a request is just a request. However, we have also 3 different market approaches. We call this standard, bespoke, innovation, and we can do basically everything. And that also makes it difficult, because we can deliver everything, is that we can always settle for a customized solution to the customer.
Very good.
Yeah.
I think that's important to be able to accommodate those needs and to look at the real root of what these people are trying to do. And it sounds like you're really good at that.
Yeah, and also a few of our drivers is, of course, innovation. That's one of our important driver, that we always look outside the box, because we are really innovative driven. We have twice a year, we have an innovation showcase also, and already looking not like next year, but already looking in the future where the market will go through. So already looking in sometimes impossible solution, make it happen. So also the entrepreneurship here, sustainability is key in everything what we do. Really make a stand, of course, also in this to make sure that what we do, we believe in, and
Love
also have the same passion to our customers, because we walk the walk. How do you say this? Talk the talk, walk the walk. Yeah, I don't know how this expression is. Sorry.
That's as American as it gets. I love that. Well done. Thank you for mentioning that. Let's talk about sustainability, because this is the Sustainable Packaging Podcast. What does it mean to you? It means a lot of things to a lot of different people. I'd love to know your thoughts on it.
Now, sustainability is basically, it is the new standard. Sustainability is actually everything. It's so wide. Of course, you can do it as a company. You can be sustainable as a company, and we have the whole CSR policy also behind this. But also in our offering and the whole approach and we have to brief it also to say, okay, this is what we stand for. This is what we are. So basically, when we do our offering, also we make sure that one of our targets, and actually also last year we also make it, is that we also said to our sales, 95% of our offering needs to be a sustainable component. And we always work through the different R's. We say reuse, reduce, refill, recycle. And even if customers don't request this, we always have an active approach to say, okay, dear customer, you have now requested, for example, a normal PET bottle, but you can also do this in recycled PET, make sure like that. We can also do, and that's of course we have an in-house engineering, so a new product development department or R&D department, and we have their engineering and designers. So it's a good combination. We have it in-house. Because sustainability is not limited to only the luxury brands, and it's also not always need like high innovations. No, even mass market can do innovation and can do sustainability. So in all our approach to the market, we say we don't want any greenwashing. We want to be honest, because we stand for something, and there are a lot of materials in the world, and of course everybody do their own thing in this. But we say, of course, you have certain materials that are plastic will always be there, but we have to make sustainability basically the new standard, or it is the new standard already.
Right. It's what I'm hearing from you is it's no longer optional.
No, it's no longer optional. And also for us, also with the team here, with the team and the global team, it is no option anymore. When we are also on the show, we are really also there. Even if you talk with the customer, we had a request last week, very good example, and it was like, okay, basically we don't want to offer like this. We will offer like this and this, because we want to guide the customer. And we have a lot of different customers in our portfolio with all different kind of levels, and all have their different level of sustainability. Some are really going completely green and in this way, but then still we will be honest in there.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the key to this whole thing, right? Is saying to the consumer, look, this is what this material is. This is what you can do with it at the end of its life. It's reusable, or it's recyclable, or it's made from high post-consumer recycled material, whatever the case may be. I love that. The word honest, you use that several times, and it's so key.
Yeah, we have a lot of internal discussions also about different kind of materials, and we see a lot of different kind of materials in the world. And I don't want to, how do you say this, offend anybody using this kind of materials, but there's so much marketing materials to have bounded ocean plastic, and I think no, there's an overall greenwashing of materials, and we have to be clear to the customer, clear to the end consumer, what is actually in, also guide them and educate them how to use the product, how to recycle the product, and also be honest and open. And transparency is key.
Yes. Very true. Very well said. There's a lot of kind of wishy-washy statements being made. Like back in the day, you and I have both been in the industry a long time. It was green. It was environmentally friendly. It was, you'd put a green leaf on it and it's fine. Everybody's happy.
Everybody made their own logo and everything in there. It's true, completely true. But then when you read carefully, it's like 1% is actually like green. No, we don't like this.
I think you're right. And I think a lot of the brands are making drastic changes, which is exciting.
Absolutely.
Would you see that?
Yeah,
well, let's talk about some of these European Union rules. How have these brand new laws and rules affected how you and your company go to market with materials?
Now, basically, the guidelines, great that they have the guidelines. Absolutely, because it's also a standard that they have been setting for a lot of things. Personal, for me, I would say put them a little bit higher, because because it's quite, they're quite still, that I think there's still a lot of direction to go in there. As a company, we say no, there's a guidelines, and it's good because there will be an honest competition in the end. However, as a company, we say we will go even one step further, because it's not because of the guideline is there, no, because we want it as a company. The guideline is only a guideline for me to say, okay, one thing to keep the market stable and to keep it away. But for us, we say the bar is even higher. And it's actually in all our offering, what we do already in the whole innovation showcase. We just presented on the Cosmoprof, the last innovation showcase. There was one concept completely from, we have also, our customers are increasing demands for, first really focus on plastic free. We are also discussing with them, because one hand, in some cases you can go plastic free, and because of use of materials that can be endlessly recycled, of course, but plastic will also always be there. So we have to find a way, because you can find sustainability in so many different ways. But if you look at the innovation showcase, we had one concept completely plastic free, completely made a skincare jar of metal, one hand focusing on the solids formulation, so the waterless formulation. So there, I think when I look at the market now and the market within 10 years, and I had a discussion with a customer, it was really nice discussion also. And they said, we have to define the new luxury.
Love that.
I think, and it's actually what it is. The new luxury, now it's really high, and it's really, when you look at the brands, it's gold and it's heavyweight materials, but the standard will be different. And I think the EU legislation will help doing that and pushing people to make the whole world change.
Yeah.
So not only, I think it helped to make the world change instead of only as a company.
Yeah. Wow, that's such an important point.
Yeah, sorry.
When you receive a product and you feel like it's a lot of thought has gone into the packaging, it's heavy, it's feels like you've bought a lot and you've earned it, and oftentimes the packaging is more expensive than the makeup inside of it, which a lot of consumers aren't aware of.
True.
But you're right, that needs to change, and it's a mindset shift, it seems like.
Basically, it still can be that you say, okay, I make we call this mother pack, really nice, really expensive. Make sure that there's a refill there, that also, and that's why when we make a refill, it's not like because we make a refill. No, we always take into account easy to use as a consumer, easy to change the refill in the mother pack, because sometimes you as a consumer, you have to do so many steps. It's so difficult that you're like, okay, I throw everything away. Make it easy, accessible for the consumer. And we as Fasten, we are happy if basically the refill increase the sale of the sales refill increase against the mother pack, because then we did a good job, because then consumers are triggered to buy the refill, and the refill we make as thin as possible, and we make it a very good refill, and that you cannot use also for, of course, for the retailer, not without the mother pack. So it's all thing that we think through to make sure that it's to stimulate basically the consumer experience, because that's also what we see with a lot of brands, is that they are really worried about consumer experience. And we are also guiding them to show them, no, you don't have to refill is not only for the do at home style brands, no, it can also be for luxury brands.
I agree, and I think you're exactly right. It will create a sense of loyalty amongst the customers. Do you feel like that it's actually going to increase sales for brands that embrace this refill option? And I've never heard it called mother packaging. I've heard it called parent packaging, but that makes total sense. Mother is a parent. But to explain this to what we're saying is, you'll buy one larger package once. And that will be beautiful. It will sit on your counter at home, or it can go with you too. But then when you buy the next round, you buy just what goes inside of that. That's what we're saying.
No, basically, because you make the mother pack as attractive as possible, people at home will also feel a little bit like, okay, I don't want to throw this away. So you stimulate basically also to buy the refill, and to buy a refill that is much more sustainable, because we are looking at the refill completely mono-material, if it's possible, of course, and make it or if it's not possible to make it mono-material, make it easy to disassemble. Then we design to deassemble the item, that you can, as a consumer, easily deassemble and separate it in your streams, in the waste stream. So we always have to think about the whole process. So there's
and the consumer experience and that interface of how they're going to use the item, and how they're going to be prepared with another refill in the drawer just in case.
It has to be easy. When you have a refill item, you don't have to take a knife and cut it completely open, because you want to have a click, a nice sound, to have it easy. You don't, when you have a skincare item, you don't want to put in a dirty cup your fingers in there to take it. It has to be easy and accessible for everybody to do it. A little bit, we say it's idiot proof.
And that's it. That's exactly right. Consumers don't want to have a complicated experience. I can speak to that. I don't like it when it's confusing, and I
too much
talk about packaging all the time.
No, but that's true. That's true.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what's next for you. What kinds of things are you seeing? What's the trend that you really like in packaging that's like, ooh, this is cool?
Now, there's of course a lot of trends now, the whole refill and everything, and I really think the plastic free is a really nice trend to see, but also a very, how you say, challenging trend, because we work with one of the customers also on a plastic free range, but in the end you have to do some concessions. So at some point you have to make a plastic detox maybe, but to see, okay, very consciously with the materials. On the other hand, when you look at packaging, you see actually the trend of having less packaging. However, with the whole solid markets, with the waterless formulations, and then to not be out of business within a few years, we always look at the consumer experience there to say, hey, how's the consumer experience in this? And how can we make sure that we then focus, for example, on a refill, then make the consumer experience there? Because now you see that a lot of brands, more luxury brands, are looking like, oh yeah, solid, nice, but not for us because it's too much market and the experience not nice enough, the quality guide us what they can do. They cannot, how do you say this, capture their quality within, for example, a waterless formulation. But for us now, the challenge is to make sure that we develop a packaging that you can capture this, that you can make it luxury, but that you also can see the trend in this. And there's, of course, the focus more on the mono materials if you are choosing for plastic, monos, recycled materials. So there's a lot going on.
It's kind of exciting, isn't it? I feel like there's this buzz in the industry that people are excited to try new things. They're excited to move on to, like you said, monomaterials, or maybe a recycling program where consumers will bring back the packaging to the store. Very exciting.
Yeah, we also, like, it's all about what you see more and more, where you really had a trend. You still have it e-commerce looking at packaging, but we can make sure that you don't like have an overcap or something, make sure that's also for e-commerce friendly, but also for a lot of customers have the experience to, for example, we work now on a concept where you have a refill in store, to have this complete consumer experience also there, because we have this kind of different customers also there.
Right. Do you think that consumers would be nervous to do a refill in a store?
No, not any. For in store, we are still in the beginning. I will be honest. Refill is completely adopted already. You see now also the mass markets. You see it already in the food industry, in the cleaning industry. It's already so common. You see it now in cosmetics. It started, of course, with the hand lotions and these kind of things, but you see it now in creams. You see it in cosmetics and everywhere. So, and even mass market. So there, it's already the adoption of the consumer is actually already there. Refill in store, you see it already, a lot of developments, for example, in Europe, in Germany also, with the whole refill in store, with the refill stations. There's actually a really big movement going on, but it's not adopted yet by the total mass of consumers. If we have to be prepared, yes. Do we have to develop already for now, and we already have to think about the future? I think if we have to think about 2025 until 2020, 2030, that's actually our goal already when we develop, or we have to be ahead always. So we have to think, okay, we have to predict the future in some points.
That's it. You have to be thinking, what if, and be prepared for, we don't want to say worst case, we want to say just the extreme circumstance. What if this happens and the government says no more of this, or what if that happens and consumers say, I don't want to buy this kind of packaging anymore.
We have to be prepared, and that's why we already take the steps in there to say, okay, some materials are just already from our list banned, and if we use it, you have some bad plastics already completely out that we say we can. You have, like, for example, there's a material acrylic. I don't know. You know this. It's very used in a lot of luxury brands. However, there's a very good alternative, or glass, and recyclable, or injection PET. And PET you can recycle, of course, again. So it can even be 100% recycled injected PET. So the alternatives are there. So we already said acrylic, no, we don't want to offer any acrylic anymore. It's actually out. There's some materials that you cannot completely replace yet. So there we looking for a recycled material already in there to say, okay, let's at least do it like this, or try already with when a customer wants to change to say, okay, we can offer this, or to go to mono, already making the steps here.
Well, thank you for the work that you're doing. It's very impressive, and I'm very thankful to have gotten to speak with you today.
Yeah.
How do people get in touch with you and your company? What's the best way?
Best way, we are of course on different fairs. There's actually normally our sales team there who can serve, of course, and we have an office in NL, we have an office in Paris, and we have an office in USA also, and we have our general email address. Can always be in contact. It's sales something, I don't know.
Oh, that's okay. I'll look it up and I'll put it in the show notes for you.
Sorry. No. And of course, we have a very great team behind us. We have, and that's actually also our strength, we have the in-house MPD team. We have a great sales team who have a lot of experience in there. They guide you through the whole process, and everybody is connected. Make sure to also serve our customers, because not only sustainability is also the whole service. And yeah, basically delivering the right option to the consumer, to the final customer.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well done. Thank you. And I hope to see you at PCD Paris in January next year. Yeah.
Absolutely. Then let's meet up then also.
We'll plan on it. Well, thank you so much, Ilja. This has been really fun and great to get to know you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your help. Okay. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.